Hello. It's been a minute, huh? Guess who's back? Oh my lord, chat. I've had an adventure and a half in the last was it a week? I think it was a week I was out, yeah? We streamed on Christmas, and then I was in Hartford, and then I had all kinds of other stuff happening. And now we're here. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it was a week yesterday. Whoa. That's crazy. I think that's the most time I've taken off in like honestly in a year. I think it's genuinely the longest I've taken off in a year. Because normally I'm like chucking something in every couple days, whether it's a stream or a video or something. That's crazy. I didn't realize it had been that long. Whoa. Well, we're here now, and we have a shiny new schedule starting next week. This weekend's gonna be a little more flex. Okay, we're gonna be a little wibbly wobbly this weekend. But I have so much to tell you. I have so much to tell you all. I've lived a life and a half in the last week. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Heroes did some of the dumbest stuff they've done in a while, and then I was just like, I don't know, let me know what you think. And then I just pieced out. I didn't even do the hero tracker, dog. I'm just like, I don't have time for this. I'm gonna have to do that this week at some point. But that's okay. We'll get to it, I'm sure. Hello, NC fan. Hello, Lel. Hello, everybody else out there in Lurkland. It is January 2, 2026. It is officially a new year. It's a new month. It doesn't feel too different, but the year hasn't been so bad. I guess, so far. So that's nice. On a scale of 1 to 100. I'd think it at about like a 79, somewhere around there so far for like less than 48 hours deep. Boy. I've been stressed out, man. I've been pushing limits. I've been pushing boundaries that I have for myself. It's all part of what I want to do this year. And a lot of it is like personal goal oriented. It's not really like content wise and stuff like that. But I'll share a little bit about that. Probably in the 2025 review video, which I finally have the majority of my thoughts in order, and I want to record that tomorrow. Put that out there, because if you guys are unfamiliar, every year I do like a year in review situation for myself. They're usually bad. I think it may be a curse, because ever since I started doing them, they've just gotten, it's just been a downhill trend. I started it like I think 3 years ago, after I had pseudo accomplished everything I wanted to do with this YouTube channel in particular, and I wasn't really sure what I was doing, but it was kind of like a recap of like, this is everything I've done, this is everything I want to do, this is what probably will never happen. We've been on a bit of a downtick ever since, which is unfortunate, but you know, it's got to get better at some point, no? Surely it does. But on the docket this evening, Okay. We are looking at some story time. I'm gonna let y'all know where I've been, what I've been up to, all that stuff. I am also going to try and do a quick Fey arena run. And then maybe some TFT if I have time to do that, which I'm not sure about. Next week we will be doing our ranked placements. Because I'm fairly certain we're like 2 weeks in already, and I still haven't done those. And I have practiced Bilgewater, I think, about as much as I can. Like I'm gonna play it as effectively as I possibly can. It's just RNG at that point, and so it's time to just knuckle up and do our ranked matches for that and see where we place for the season. See where we start the climb. I'm hoping. Oh dear God! I hope I don't place in bronze. That would be terrible. But I don't think we will. I think it'll probably be like low silver. High aspects is low gold, but that's a bit of a pipe dream if I'm keeping it a buck. So that's next week. Tomorrow, Saturday, we will be going through the 3.0 story of Wuthering Waves. I still haven't done that. I still haven't done 3.8 on Star Rail yet. Full disclosure. I still haven't done that. I've been busy. I don't know why updates get released. Like, WoWa put theirs out like on Christmas Day. And I'm like, bro, I don't have time for this. But then there were some others that like released around Christmas. I'm just like, I don't have time for this. I have a roast to make. So I got to get around to that. But I'm now actually kind of stonewalled out of some events for WoWa, so I kind of have to get through the 3.0 story. So we're going to try and marathon that tomorrow, which is why tonight I just kind of wanted to piece some things in, talk a little bit about, what's been going on, what I've been up to, get Arena out the way, maybe even talk about the horrendous Tempest Trial thing that, Heroes did. Which it shouldn't really be a surprise to anyone anymore. That they just make bad decisions all the time. And somehow they still are profitable. I don't understand how business works, man. I was always told. You do dumb business decisions, you fail. I don't know if that's true. I think there's a bit of a cash buffer for some. Anyway, let's jump in, shall we? We're still talking about 2025. Yeah, I know, right? 25 would be. I don't know if it's been my worst year to date, but it's top 3 for sure. Like, it's close. And at that point, you're just kind of like ranking misery. And I don't I don't know if there's a point to that, to be blunt. I think at that point, you're just like, this has no purpose. It's all bad, and it should all just be seen as bad. But the heck do I know? I haven't done 3.4 yet. The yapping is a bit of a block. But like, they have shown new characters for everything, and I'm getting spoileried on everything now. Nothing is sacred, nothing is safe. I don't know what the heck is going on now. I'm seeing too much before I've learned anything. For both Starry Eyed and Wuthering Waves. Mostly Star Realm. Wuthering Waves, I feel like Nothing Beyond the Drip marketing has really surprised me yet. Anyway. Chat, here's what I've been up to for like, I don't know, the past week. And like, if you all know me, you know that I don't get out a lot by intention. I don't get out a lot. And I make a point to not get out because, like, it's not great out there. I like it in my office, in my room, surrounded by things that bring me happiness. Outside, it's gross and scary most of the time. There's pollution everywhere. There's people that want to hurt you. It's a bad time outside 9 times out of 10. That has been my experience. Maybe I'm just living in the wrong place, which is also factual. So I changed that. After Christmas, I went out of my house. I drove roughly 10 and a half hours. I took Jenna. I took Zoe. We packed up the Honda CRV, and we went to Connecticut because like I've been to Hartford before for a tournament way back in the day, and by way back I mean like it was probably like 7 years ago. Yeah, and maybe 8. I don't know. It was like 2017. It's pre-COVID years, so everything's very fuzzy. You know, it was sometime within the last decade it happened, and I liked it there a lot. I thought the city was nice. I thought it was pretty walker friendly, which I also very much appreciate. And it had like a pretty good vibe for the most part. And I had always said that. I traveled alone for that one. Jenna sometimes came with me on tournaments, but I had to travel alone on that one. And so I had always said, like, oh, we should go there together sometime. And then, you know, obviously the lockdown and all that scary global pandemic stuff happened. And it just backburnered, and then we got this house, which has also been a nightmare, and just everything. And so I was fed up with it. And one night, I booked a hotel, and I said we're going on this day, and we're just I have until the 23rd to cancel it. I didn't cancel it. I stuck with it. So we ended up going, and we left on like the day after Christmas, I think. Like it was very whirlwind, which I, in hindsight, probably wouldn't pack a 500-mile one-way car trip right after a major holiday. That, hindsight, that's not... I would not do it again that way if I had the choice. And so we went. Of course, I struggle with OCD pretty... not severely. It's not crippling, but it is impactful in my life. And staying at places that are unfamiliar is very difficult. And so this was a bit of a stretch goal. I have multiple things that I'm doing throughout this year to try and acclimate myself back into the real world. Because it had been a struggle since lockdown happened. When you already have issues with germs, and then you realize there is a silent, deadly virus outside, just so easily catchable. That could also potentially. So, I've been reacclimating. It's been a challenge. Staying in a hotel room that has been traversed by God knows how many people. Not exactly high on my list of things that I would want to do, but at the same time, when you're 500 miles from home, you can't exactly make that a day trip. And then head back and make it home in time for supper. That's not really how that works. So I did some research. I found a hotel. The hotel we stayed at was fine. It was like a suite type situation, and of course I have to do that because I need a kitchen because I can't eat like anything ever in the world. I'm allergic to God knows 90% of what exists. And then the other 5% is like questionable. So it's easier if I'm just able to make my own meals and things like that too. So we did that whole situation. The drive up, not that bad. The drive down, not that bad. It's just long. That's all. There's not really anything exciting other than the fact, the further south I drove, because I am from the Rust Belt originally. That's where I was born. It is refreshing to drive in northern territories in the United States. And I don't mean that as a slight, but y'all in the South, you brake check constantly. You just hit your brakes for no reason. You don't know how to use on-ramps for a highway. It's just I don't know what it is, but it's like the further south I go, the worse the driving experience becomes around other drivers. And again, I mean no disrespect when I say this. It is just an observation. It's just an observation. As somebody from the Great Lakes, it's so it was refreshing to be able to drive up north again, where that doesn't happen constantly. And people know how to drive in snow, which is another fundamental thing that people in the South just don't have a lot of experience with, so I can't really hold that against them. But it is frustrating knowing that it's not really that scary, but everybody treats it like you're, driving through lava or something. I don't know. So anyway, we get up there and we're checking in at like 11 o'clock at night because we hit like some crazy traffic and stuff. Mind you, I took the northern route the first time because there's two ways to get to Hartford from where I am right now. And you can either go up through New York, through the south, along the coast, and then drive up, or you can go up into Pennsylvania and then through the mountains. And then just drive east, and then you can get there. We took the north route for funsies the first time. And so it's like really windy. There's snow drifting. I'm driving through Pennsylvania mountains at like 10 o'clock at night. That was probably the scariest part, I think, in general. But we ended up getting there, and it was fine. And we get up to the hotel room. I immediately see a fingernail on the floor. There are clobs of dust just in the corner. Not behind anything, mind you. It's just there's a wall, and then there's like a floor gap. And then there's a nightstand. So it's just a little floor. There's just clobs of dust there. And then we even found like dog kibble that was just on the floor. And I'm like, okay, so this has just not been cleaned at all. That's awesome. And to top it off, I found like chunks of lipstick just hardened on the like the bathroom counter. There's also mold in the shower. Like I was just like, bro, this is not worth $200 a night. Like I could have stayed at a Motel 6. No disrespect to Motel 6. I could have stayed at a Motel 6 for like $50 a night and gotten the same level of surface cleaning that that they do here. But I got through it. We did not use the sheets. The sheets and the bedding and stuff were also like stained, not freshly stained, but like they were old stains. They had clearly been washed and they had not come out for I don't know how long. They were like faded stains, which also doesn't really make me feel any better because like, well, why don't you guys just like use newer sheets if you have red and brown stains on your sheets. So what I did was I got a queen size sleeping bag and some camping travel pillows. And so Jenna and I kind of hunkered down in that every night. Zoe had her own crate, which was good. She's crate trained, thank God, bless. But it was a struggle. I did not no bare feet on the floor. That would have been, I think, death for me. If I'm being honest, that would not have been appealing for me. Oh, we just got banned on TikTok. That's tight. Shout out TikTok. Okay, well, dude, TikTok's crazy. Anyway, so we get there that night, and then we're there in the rest of the day, and then we're going home the next day, but like at noon. So we kind of had a full day and a morning in Connecticut, which was nice. The weather was really good. Jenna got to see all the places that I had been familiar with. We kind of drove around to different neighborhoods that we might like to be in. It's pretty quick to get around Hartford, honestly, which was incredible comparatively to like where we live now and how it takes like half an hour one way to get anywhere we want to be. We were like in and around the city in 15 minutes. Like it was incredible. So overall, pretty good experience. We went to a lot of different parks. It was just a nice time to kind of like get away and unplug. And not be chronically online for a little while, which was nice. And then we came home, and then we went down through the oh, Jenna got a New York style bagel. Bagel. How do you say it? Community reference for those who know, but. Overall, it was good. The one thing I will complain about, New Jersey. Bro. Your roads are wackadoodle. Okay? New Jersey roads are wackadoo. Like, I cannot comprehend why a road... Okay, actually, you know what? No, let me draw this. Let me draw this because I don't think you guys will understand what it is I am describing. Unless you see it with your faces. So let me show you. So I'm driving, right? Like this is the road. This is the road. We're driving down this road. And then we'll get to like I don't know what it's called, but it's just the continuation of the road where it's like, oop, we're going to go down here and then we're going to go whoop, just like that. And it's like a hard 90-degree turn. It's not a stop sign though. This is just the road that you take. You're driving like, ooh, there's a little, ooh, we got some curves going on there. Purr. And there's so many like this. And I'm confused. I don't know why it's acting this way. The roads in New Jersey, but they are. Also, they are, there's no self-service gas station. So the way I had planned the routes was that every like 2.5-ish hours, I would be able to like get out and stretch and stuff. I get to the New Jersey stop on the way down after driving for like about 2 hours. Bro, a guy comes up and knocks on my window. Regular? Asking me what kind of gas I wanted. I'm like, yeah. Yeah? That was the plan. And he's like, cash or card? I'm like, I was gonna pay by card. And the dude, who was really nice for what it's worth, he was super nice. But like, clearly started to hear the inflection in my voice, and he was like, oh, state of New Jersey is full service. Full service. Only state like it. I don't know if that's true because I'm pretty sure Oregon is full service. But I didn't know that New Jersey was full service. So I'm like, oh, okay. So Jenna gets out and lets Zoe walk around. And that's great. And I'm just sitting there while this dude puts, I kid you not, 3.5 gallons of gas in my tank. Because the point was not to get gas. The point was to stretch and walk around. I was like, okay, well, good. And I'm like, awesome. Thank you. And then we drove away. And so I didn't bother finding a different place to stop. I was just like, well, on to the next one. And so I sat for like 3 hours plus the 2.5 that it took to get down there. So I was sitting for almost like 6 hours straight, which was unpleasant. I did not care for that. So with all due respect, New Jersey, I will not be stopping in you next time that we go on another little trip, because as lovely as full service gas station is, like, I need to be able to get out, and it felt weird, and it threw off the whole thing. I could have gotten out, to be clear. I could have done my stretchies and all that. I just, like, I didn't want to, I guess. Because the whole vibe had shifted, and my plan was kind of, like, thrown off, but not really, but it felt weird. And it was not worth. It wasn't worth anymore. So we're not doing any more Jersey stops, respectfully. But that was the only kind of like weird hiccup for the most part. Everything else was fine. Stopped in Harrisburg both times. Shout out Harrisburg. That was nice, I guess. I'm not one for Pennsylvania though. I'm not a big Pennsylvania guy. So then we got home. And then we had a day to recover. And then after the Connecticut trip, we went to get our eyes examined on the 31st of December. The final day of my insurance. 2 hours before the office closed. I'm like, man, we are really cutting it close with this. So good news. My prescription hasn't changed that much. Jenna's has. The doctor literally told Jenna not to put her glasses back on. Fun fact. I just need a slightly stronger prescription. And my photos, I guess they're photos. They take photos of like the back of your eyeball, which is really weird looking. Incredibly healthy eyes I have. That's what I was told. So that's nice that not every part of my body has fallen apart this year. That's cool. Yay. Bully for me. So I bought some new glasses. They're coming in like 2 weeks. So these, which I've had these For at least 5 years. My prescription itself was probably like a good 10 years old. These glasses, however, they're like starting to bend kind of. I don't know if you can actually like tell. But like this side droops slightly lower than the other. I think it's just because my face makes it hot. And then it like warps the frame or something. I don't know. I don't know how plastic works. But I'll be getting new glasses soon, so that's cool. And then New Year's happened. Yay. I feel like New Year's always gets a little more and more underwhelming every year. And I don't really know what it is. I spent it watching K-pop Demon Hunters because it was on like one of the most influential things to have happened in 2025 or something. Like we were watching the countdown and it came up. And I was like, oh, we never watched that. So the ball dropped and I was like, Jenna, you want to watch K-pop Demon Hunters? And so we watched that, which is great. We've also been like marathoning Gilmore Girls as well. Because it's just like easy television to watch. And that's kind of how we spent our New Year's. Today, however, was a slightly different experience. Today, let me back up real quick. I'm trying to do something to push myself out of comfort zones every month. Okay, that's like part of my 2026 shtick. Okay. One thing I have a lot of issue with: crowds of people. I don't deal well with crowds of people. I usually go to like smaller, sort of niche stores and things like that, or I just shop online because it's easier to do things that way. I didn't really get into a lot of crowds doing that though. So, in the spirit of doing what I'm trying to do, I decided that I would buy a Costco membership. And the thing about Costco membership, you have to go in and get the card and the picture and the ID and all this. So one, I was in public and I took, because Jen and I have been masked up in public ever since, because like the people we live around are like kind of, it's dicey. I think they have a slightly RFK Jr. mentality on what disease control should be. So we're just like protecting ourselves, okay, respectfully. I took my mask down in public to get a picture taken for my Costco ID. That was one thing that I did. The other was just going into Costco in general. I had never been to Costco. It was the first time. My first time doing this. Costco's are quite large. Scary, in fact. And it houses a lot of people. We pulled up, and the parking lot was already wickedly full. So I'm like, okay, this is terrifying. We go in, we get our IDs and everything made, and then we're just like, well, let's walk around. Let's just walk around. I appreciate the concept of buying in bulk for like non-perishable items, paper products, things like that. Because that makes a lot of sense to me. That's like, if you have the storage capacity in your home, that makes sense to me. That's a financially responsible thing to do. You know? I don't know why you'd need like a 6-pound pack of men's deodorant. That blows my mind. What are you doing? I guess, like, if you're running a YMCA or something, like maybe that, or a hotel. maybe that makes sense. I saw a 12-pound bag of flour. Restaurant owners, totally get it. Understand. This makes sense to me. There are some products in there that come in bulk that I'm just like, that. I don't know people that would do that. Anyway, all that beyond, they had hardly anything I was actually interested in stocking up on. Jenna found tons of things. Jenna loved Costco, I think. I think she was hyped. I think she's in the sauce, as it were. So we ended up buying 4 things for her. I also got a pack of bottled water, which that's cool. I was trying to find these little what are they? They're like Luna bars or no, not Cliff. Lara bars, those kind of thing. I was trying to find those because they're nice for afternoon snackies and whatnot, and couldn't really find those, at least not where I was looking. The thing that confuses me about Costco, they have random stuff everywhere. I don't know how you find anything there, because we went down an aisle that was full of dog food. And then there was randomly diapers in the mix. And then there was allergy medicine a few docks over from that. All the while with the dog food. And I'm like, this... It boggles. It boggles the mind. I don't get it. So... I guess maybe if you find something by luck, then you should do it. But they did have the printer that I wanted. But I would probably get that at Best Buy because it has a 2-year warranty. I'm a bit of a Best Buy guy. I don't think I'm going to buy any tech or electronics there. I did find luggage. So I did tell Jenna the next time we go on a trip, we're definitely getting luggage. For sure. We're also getting Easy Pass. Because that just... I feel like an Easy Pass would be the easier way to go. Rather than all the toll-free highways and such. So, went through the whole store, spent probably an hour in there, which in a place as big as Costco, probably not that difficult to do, I would imagine. The whole while, we're getting tailgated by carts and just roadblocks at little sample carts and things like that. It's just even without having an anxiety disorder, I feel like that would be a stressful experience for anybody. Bold statement, but I'm here to make it. I think Costco experiences in general are just stressful for everyone. So I felt right at home, I thought. And then, so again, we have 4 items. We don't even have a cart. We're just carrying them around. We get up and we're like, okay, well, I've never done a checkout at Costco. Jenna also has not. So why don't we just see what it's like? So I know what to expect next time. Right? Immersion therapy. Start small until we get up to the big stuff. And the checkout experience was rough. Not because the lines were long or slow. But because when we got up there, Jenna said, well, why don't we just do the self-checkout? There wasn't really anybody in the self-checkout. So we start moving over to the self-checkout. And as we get up there, I think other people have realized, unknown to us, that in watching us move to the self-checkout, they were like, oh, why am I standing in line 40 people deep? I could just go through the self-checkout. And so I feel like we created a bit of a caravan, albeit unintentionally. So we get up there, there's one dude waiting. We get behind him. And there's a mother-daughter with a cart that came up around the same time that we did. Now, The self-checkout is all the way on the right. We entered from the left. So we're coming in, and then we're going all the way to the right down here. The line was like right at the left side because there's two checkout like sides. And so we move to the right side, thus allowing for more people to file in behind us as the line grows. Before we are able to walk up to the next checkout, we get stopped by some lady who's like, "Were you in line?" She works there. She's a Costco worker. She works at Costco. Her job is corralling people like cattle. And Jenna was like, yeah, we just came in. Because we did. Because there was no one in line. I look behind us, and now there's like probably half a dozen people lined up behind us, waiting to check out their self-checkout. I was like, oh, cool. Trendsetters. That's fun. She's like, are you cutting in line? And I said, no, we got here behind this guy, who was now checking out, mind you. I said, we got here at like the same time as they did. And some other lady whose job was also to treat humans like livestock comes up and says, the line starts back there. I'm like, okay. Well, we came in when there was no line, though. And then the first lady's like, you can't cut in line. And I'm like, Jenna's like, well, we're not. I'm just looking around like, is this real life? And then she is forcing us to go behind all the people that followed us into line. And I'm like, that's crazy. This is crazy. What's happening? And so I'm not trying to make a fuss. Okay? Like, we have explained our situation half a dozen times already. I feel like they just didn't believe us. The dude behind me even said, they can go. We all got here at the same time. And then the first lady ushered him through to self-checkout. So, I'm not trying to make a fuss. The dude looks at me, and he's like, why aren't they letting you go? And I'm just like, I just give a nonchalant, but again, there's like 6 people in line now who followed us. And I'm not trying to make a fuss. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. I will go back to the line that I created. Whatever. And then as we're starting to walk, another person who was in line behind us stops Jenna and says, you guys can go ahead. It's fine. And she's like, oh, thank you. And so we then just go to check out. Because there were literally that many people. That it wasn't like a 20-person deep line that we were like, you know what I mean? Like, self-checkout was empty. There were people in line that had tons of stuff that probably didn't want to mess with self-checkout. And so self-checkout was like pretty empty. And then some people who had smaller carts decided to follow us when they realized, oh, there's a better way to live life. So we get up to the thing, and then the first lady's like apologizing, kind of, but also justifying why she was kind of rude to us. And so Jenna's like, oh, it's fine. We understand. Like, you're trying to, you know, police people or something. I don't remember the exact words she used. I was just trying to scan my 4 freaking items and get out. Because I'm like, okay, this is already a very stressful experience, and now I'm dealing with like someone thinking I'm lying to them to cut in front of 4 people. Like, this is crazy. But like, I had lost it already because I'm like, well, I've already explained it, 4 or 5 times, and y'all just don't want, like, you're asking me if I cut the line to try and get me to say that I did, but I didn't, and now you're not, like, what are we doing here? So she's like, she keeps explaining to Jenna why she had to do the thing she did. And I'm pretty sure she used the phrase, I don't care about anyone's self-righteousness. There's no cutting here. She went biblical on our ass. And it wasn't even like we were doing anything. I feel like it was like, okay, hypothetically, even if we had missed the line, even if we had intentionally cut in front of people, it's not a federal offense. Okay, this is not a criminal thing that we have done. Respectfully. Honestly, if I had a cart full of like 50 items and I'm in the self-checkout line and I see someone like kind of walk around with like 2 things in their hand, I would genuinely be like, hey, do you want to get in front of us? Because that's like a 20-second checkout max. And I'm happy to be the person that just helps somebody in a crowded line. I try and do the same thing in traffic too. If someone's trying to get over, I will intentionally hold up a row of cars so that someone can get out and go about their day. I try to be that guy. This lady just like, I don't know. So she keeps apologizing while also like not apologizing and justifying her actions. And we eventually it took us like a minute to check out and we leave. And then we get in the car, and if you didn't know, you can Google like stores and stuff to see when the really busy times are. I had not seen this before. I had used this feature, but I had not seen this particular response on it. We went there at like 5 o'clock on Friday. Just today. I underestimated how busy that would be. When I looked up how busy it was, it said live tracking as busy as it gets. I didn't know as busy as it gets was a metric on which to read the busyness scale. I thought it was low, medium, high traffic. Evidently, there's a secret 4th option that says as busy as it gets. So I experienced Costco for the first time in my life in the busiest possible way that I could. And also got girl bossed by some southern lady in a Costco vest. And the whole time I'm like, people pay for this experience? Like, it's not a lot. It's like $60 for the year. That's not that bad. I'm sure if you're buying for a large household, that makes up the savings and stuff makes up for it. And you can get like cheaper gas and stuff too, like that. Like there's additional benefits. But to pay to be that stressed out and be treated that way is like kind of wild. And I don't know if that's the norm. Because again, first time. No longer a Costco virgin, but was. Not but several hours prior. I don't know why you would pay for that to happen to you. You must really like giant TVs and mattresses, because I think that they sell those, evidently. But I will be sticking with literally most other places to shop, because that was like the benefit. I have completed January's task. I did it. Bit of an overachiever. Day 2 of the year. Already got month 1 done. Let's go. Can I say? But yeah, crazy first Costco experience where it was like just abandoned carts everywhere, just aisles of people like ramming into you like deer on a highway. And then to get like side hustled by some lady who thought I was honestly committing like capital offense or something. Like it. Wild. But I am happy to be back with all of you now and not in a Costco getting harassed. It's very nice. It's a different experience. And I think that's all the stories I have for now. I did a bit of a twofer. I did a bit of a twofer. We did the Harvard trip in December, and then we did the Costco thing in January. So now I have a gauge where if I go into an overly crowded public space, it can't be as bad as Costco, as busy as it gets, in theory. Unless maybe it's an IKEA. I told Jenna the closest thing I had to experience this was like being at an IKEA and like peak traffic. But the thing about IKEAs is that A, there's more floor space to like walk around and stuff, and B, they literally have arrows showing you where to progress. Like it is a very linear experience. You don't have carts like T-boning you in the aisles between giant dog biscuits and sweaters. There's like, you have there's a little bit less chaos in an IKEA. Except the food court, which I guess is kind of free-for-all behavior, but it was wild. It was wild. It's a power trip. That's possible. That's possible. Also, hello, Elizabeth. People will get into a lot of things. A person in Costco Fest does it for. Okay. Well, I personally do not understand those who like to be bullied, but you know what? Fair enough. We shan't kink shame here. We will not be those people. I would never. I would never want to do that to people. A safe space. What do you say? I boot up a little bit of Arena. And we figure out what all the hubbub is about. I am going to talk about the Tempest Trial stuff at some point. And I think it may be just in a video when I'm doing polls. I haven't done my New Year polls yet. Which I will, but I have a new philosophy with Heroes this year. And probably all years moving forward, because let's be honest, the days are numbered, y'all. I think we have seen what the actual goal of Heroes is, and it's just to print as much money as humanly possible. And that's what they want to do. That's all. And if that's the goal of Heroes, then I don't have to fund it so much. So I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, we're here. Give me... That's better. Yeah, no, I've seen some of the discourse on the Tempest trial changes. I've seen some of the discourse. I've seen some of the back and forth on the Tempest trial changes. I think I think there's something that people like aren't really hitting on, which is troubling to me. What's up, Hycian? I have seen some people kind of like very similar to the arena thing that they did, where they like weren't gonna have older heroes work in arena anymore, and there were people who were like, well, they weren't really that effective anyway. And it's like, it's not really that big of a loss, but it's kind of the same thing with the Tempest trial units. I've seen some people say where it's like, well, they weren't really that good anyway. And I'm like, okay, well, they didn't have to be bad, though. Fire Emblem Heroes has failed its players by introducing a feature where some of the rewards are just kind of dead on arrival. And now they take that away when it at least had some benefit of like offering up a new inheritable weapon, or even like some bridge skills to getting to like the tier 4, God forbid tier 5 skills, which may inevitably happen. And I'm just here like, well, why isn't anybody taking issue with the fact that they just made really ineffective free heroes in the first place? Because if you notice, they said the quiet part out loud when they decided to give you like 3-year-old heroes that used to be exclusively through the annual revival banner for that particular, like they took a gacha exclusive unit which was limited, that is now like several years old, and said, well, this will replace that instead of like new thing. They're saying that the new Tempest trial units are worse than 3-year-old units that you don't use anymore. Or if they're not saying that the old units are better than the new, whatever new thing you would have gotten is, then they're saying, well, we're just, if it's worse, it doesn't matter because we're going to take something that's better away. None of these things are good. None of these things instill confidence in people. And none of it should be like passed off. 100% though, what it ultimately is it's just it is a budgeting tactic to make them look more profitable than they actually are. Okay? This is spreadsheet trickery. That's all this is. Where last year they spent this much, and now this year they're spending this much. And so if sales remain the same, it looks like they're X amount more profitable because they've spent X amount less. That's what it comes down to. In reality, what should be happening is that you give more incentive for players to spend on your free-to-play game. But it's going to backfire. And here's why. Heroes has its big spenders. I'm not 100% sure why at this point. But there are people that really care about like the PvP modes, which I will die on the hill that when you introduce PvP into gachas, that is the first nail in the coffin. Okay. But there are some people who still like kind of care about it, and so they'll continue to wail for skills that get outdated in about 5 weeks, and then they'll rinse repeat the whole process over and over again. But the majority of players who might have spent a little bit to get, let's say, Heimdallr for New Year's, or Valley, they now know. They now know that in 3 years, there's a chance that they'll be in the Grail pool. And they don't care about maxing anything, which, by the way, 11 copies per hero to max out stats is like kind of insane. Max merges don't really matter in hindsight, unless you just have like this compulsion to not have something unfinished for the time being. Guilty. But ultimately, the majority of people are like, well, I'll get a copy now. And then I will wait. Because the banners come back every year. And we get tickets in years to come. And so it will be, the longer I wait, the cheaper it will be. And eventually I will get my plus 10. I will. And so if you have people start thinking like that, then the 60, 70 bucks they would have thrown at the banner when it debuted, they're no longer going to do that. Because they've kind of established this pattern with both Ash and Nino that there may be an anticipated cycle coming up where the 5-star exclusives, one of them outside the 4-star and the duo on the banner, have a chance to be entered into the Grail pool. And if that's one of your favorites that you would have spent money on, you might just wait a few years to get them for free, all the while saving up your Grails in the process. So it may look good in the short term, but I think ultimately this is going to like negatively impact sales in general over time. And it won't be for the first couple years probably, but eventually people are going to realize that they don't have to spend. And if like if the budgeting tactic that they're trying to do is like the end goal, it's not a long-term solution, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because realistically, you could just make the units better and more incentivizing. But with like even the power scaling of skills that come out and stuff like that, like being an early adopter doesn't benefit you much. It used to, but now it doesn't really benefit you that much. In the short term, sure. But the short-term gap keeps getting smaller and smaller. And I think ultimately that is a big problem. Like if you go play League or TFT or something that has like a proper ranked season, it's like months long. Months long. Ranked season is just kind of event-based in Heroes, which, is... But it has a lot of problems. It has a lot of problems, and I don't know. I think it looks good in the immediate for their balance sheet. I don't think it's going to continue to inspire spending. I guess either, because I'm not trying to EOS fearmonger. That's not the goal here, but they are doing a lot of EOS type things. Okay, they're doing a lot of things to like cut costs and I don't know if it's like a shareholder thing or what, but they are trying to make this game as like inexpensive to produce as possible at this point. And unironically, it kind of started with year 4 when the pandemic hit and all that, and there were like a bunch of issues everywhere. And then they just kind of never ramped up production again. We weren't getting more Fae channels like we had been previously. Communication in general has taken a big dive down. It just kind of seems like they like operating on a bare bones structure, and that is how they want to do it. And it's problematic to me because that also doesn't inspire like new player accumulation, right? Like YouTube is very similar in this, where when your channel starts out, you get a big boom because you're getting promoted, and you see the numbers go up, and other people see the numbers go up, and there's like subscribers, and there's a lot of incentive. And eventually, over time, you're gonna lose subscribers, unless you're like Mr. Beast, I guess. Maybe it's not that much like YouTube. Maybe this is a bad analogy, but if you're not adapting your game to compete with other games in similar genres, then you're also not going to gain more players, because most players are not likely going to stay dedicated to Fire Emblem Heroes. Because, full disclosure, I don't think it's that groundbreaking of a game. It may have been 10 years ago, but now the mobile market in general has been like ridiculously competitive. The games you could play on a phone now are like insane. And while Heroes may be the type of game that's like pretty well optimized for like mobile play, I don't know that people are like flocking to it. You know what I mean? So they're not trying to like gain more players. They're not trying to make the players they currently have happy. And it's just like, again, I'm not trying to fearmonger. Genuinely, I'm not trying to. But like the writing's kind of on the wall. You know what I mean? Like, and so in that respect, for whatever reason the cost cutting is, Heroes has failed its players, which is disappointing, because it's had a very dedicated player base over the last like at least 5 years. During the first 5 years, at least, it had a very dedicated player base, for sure. But I don't know. It's a sad state of affairs. I think like there's also no reason why they couldn't just add a 3-year-old unit into the Grail pool for funsies anyway, and just like only give you one copy of a new unit for a Tempest trial or something, like, you know what I mean? They could also just do that. There's a lot they could always be doing more, but they choose not to, which I think as a player is the more disappointing thing in my regard. When I see other games doing more for its players, and I will give mad credit to Zenless Zone Zero. I think Zenless Zone Zero is doing crazy shit. Okay, I'm pretty sure I caught wind on this, so I don't know if this is actual fact or not, but I think they took away the 50/50 on rerun banners. So similar to how like the weapon banner is guaranteed in Wuthering Waves, like there's never a 50/50 there. In Zenless, I'm pretty sure when a character gets rerun, there's no longer a 50/50 attached to that. And I could be wrong about that. It's just what I had breezed I've been gone for like a week offline. So, I've missed out on some things. So, but like even changes like that, it's kind of nice where you at least get a chance at a guaranteed. And even Heroes messed that up with Spark. You know what I mean? Like locking the majority of good sparks behind a player pass is like kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy because the guarantee is meant to get you to spend. The guarantee is meant to get you to spend like to the completion point. Because odds are you're not going to get what you want before that happens. So they build in a failsafe. And that failsafe is meant, like, instead of getting you discouraged, as messed up as this is, the spark is intended to be a brain changer in that instead of going for 40 summons and getting nothing, as soon as you hit 30, you're like, God, I'm 30 pulls deep. I got nothing. When is this going to end? And then you just quit because there is no guarantee. Instead, the 40th pull is now meant to be, well, I'm only 10 away from like getting exactly what it is I want. So I'll put in the last 10 pulls. It like shifts your perspective. That's what that is meant to be from like the money-making aspect of the game. It has nothing to do with being generous to the player. Okay? Like that's not the intent. 9 times out of 10 at least. That's not the intent. Gacha games are predatory in nature. Okay? I think we should all come to terms with that. I would not expect good grace, especially out of Heroes, which gives you like 13 orbs for an anniversary, which is not even 5 pulls. It's not even a full circle. Other games are giving you like 10 pulls for free. Like it's crazy. And as much as I say Heroes has failed its players by like implementing stuff like this, some of it's also on the players, respectfully. Because, like, it's kind of up to them to nudge them in the right direction. And you have some people who are like, well, gee, I love the chance to try and get something that I want. I've been saving for 4 years. It's like, well, bro, expect more out of your game, bro. Like, what are we doing? So it's conflicting for me. I can't place all the blame on the devs and the suits and whatnot that, you know, make Heroes run. But whatever amount of time it has left, I'm sure it'll be fun. Probably. I'm sure we'll get tons of Summer Duels content. So, yay. But those are my I don't know, I guess initial thoughts about it. Again, I've been busy, so I haven't had like a lot of time to think about it. But if I had to give an opinion on it, that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like they are for whatever reason they're doing the budgeting saving. There are so many other better options they could have taken to increase and stuff like that. Because now it's like, well, this is kind of a precedent setter because GHBs are next. Respectfully, like those are next. And then who's to say we'll even have, you know, 4 stars on banners anymore? Because, you know, sometimes those are also kind of dead on arrival, right? So like maybe we'll just have 3 5-star exclusives, one of which is like a duo or something. You know what I mean? Like maybe they'll do that instead. And it's going to be this snowball effect, I fear, that is going to irreversibly change the game for the worse. But I don't know. Those are my rambling thoughts. Those are the thoughts I have while rambling, and I don't know. But I no longer have any intentions to really like max merge stuff. It kind of feels like a waste of money. It's always been a waste of money. to be honest. But I mean, it was fun, and it was enjoyable, and it sparked joy in lives when you would be able to do it. But now it feels a little bit hollow for me. So I anticipate this year to be one of my lesser invested years in Heroes. Which financially will be really good for me, probably. And the government. I'm sure the government would love to take more of my money for taxes. Because I'm right in that taxable sweet spot where I don't make enough money to not get taxed anything, but I also make too much money to not be taxed everything. Like, it's weird. I don't understand tax brackets in America. I genuinely do not. But anyway. All right. Elephant in the room addressed. Let's oh, it's a quick week. Oh, hell yeah. Like, I got excited to update Patrine. And I'm going to be honest. I looked at some of the skills I'd need. I didn't have attack speed below, or whatever it is, bellow. And I was just like, well, then what's the point? I'll just wait then, I suppose. So it's like, it's conflicting for me to even like build up old stuff, which was it used to be a fun time. It's not as much anymore, which is sad, but they do not care about that. Shocking. You need that. This is fine, I think. And then we just need Lincia, right? You. Sure, that's probably fine. We need to give her something. An emblem. Sigurd? Let's give her Sigurd. Desert Rhea Lumera. I don't think they're going to do that, but I mean, I guess they could. I hope they don't mess with the desert stuff anymore. But I doubt that will happen. I anticipate a very predictable year ahead. This is where I would put my money with Heroes. What's up, Elroy? This will be fine.
Courage. I will hide in shadow. A tricky situation.
This will be fine. See?
Guide me. Well.
Okay, this
we make our attack.
May not be fine.
Careful. Now let us celebrate. Let us begin. To express our gratitude. Well.
Okay, maybe this isn't. Perhaps this is not going to be fine.
Allow me. I will hide in courage.
Boo.
Now let us celebrate. Careful.
Guide me.
There we go.
Careful.
Yay, we did it! How's it going? It's been a stressful day. Is how I would describe it. Outside of the, I think, half an hour story time.
I'll hide in shadow.
A tricky situation.
Hmm.
Courage.
That I got through him. Do I not have? I do have Corn Ring. Is there a reason my Corn Ring isn't popping off? Oh, it's okay. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Let us begin.
I'm a stupid boy full of stupid
I will
thoughts.
hide in shadow. Well, I will hide in shadow.
Careful.
Heals. Yeah, I went to Costco for the first time. It was eventful. Eventful is the word that I would use. And we got suspended on TikTok. I don't know what happened there. But that's like pretty crazy, I think. I will have to figure that out. But not a right now me problem.
Courage.
Now let us celebrate. Well,
We make our attack. A tricky situation.
Actually, does my TikTok still exist? It does. Interesting. I think maybe I think maybe the restream connection is just like TikTok hates it or something.
Allow me.
I will hide in shadow.
Guide me.
I'm not sure why or what the
Well,
beef is there,
Make our
but
attack. A tricky situation.
our
Gratitude.
I'm gonna do that.
well,
We make our attack. Let us begin.
Okay.
Allow me.
Sure.
I will hide in shadow. Hmm.
Careful.
Well,
A tricky situation. Courage. Careful. We make our attack.
On God.
now let us celebrate. I will hide in shadow.
I can't warp. Sad.
Careful. Let us begin.
What is this Rhea? Jesus. Space Kid.
Well,
Guide me.
Brother, what are we doing?
Careful.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Courage. A tricky situation.
What is a man supposed to do in this scenario? Oh yeah, potent. Forgot we had that seal now. Should probably use that at some point. In my experience, it doesn't happen. We got accused of cutting the short story is we got accused of cutting the line, despite myself and like 4 other people in line explaining that we had not, and in fact the line followed us. It was weird.
We make our attack. Let us begin. Allow me.
It was super weird.
I will hide in shadow.
Give somebody a vest and they think they're God.
Careful. We make our attack. Guide me.
Meanwhile, we're all just out here working for the man,
Well,
you know?
To express our gratitude.
Repo.
Careful.
I'm sunk. I'm so cooked. No!
I will hide in shadow.
Hate everything. Mostly corn ring, but I hate everything. I was really expecting corn ring given the accessory, but no, I guess it's on Rhea. That's fun.
Courage.
Well,
A tricky situation. Careful.
You think that's gonna stop me?
Let us begin.
I will hide in shadow.
Allow me.
Well,
We make our attack.
now let us celebrate.
Haha! No warpies for you, ma'am.
Careful. Guide me. A tricky situation.
I will hide in shadow.
Careful.
Well,
If you just stay persistent enough.
Careful. Courage. To express our gratitude. Let us begin.
I will hide in shadow.
I got the bonus kill, right? I did. Okay, cool. Am I getting 130 coins? What's the significance behind 130? Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not crazy. Did someone dead ass plus 10 shit? Okay. For sure.
Careful.
Now let us celebrate.
That seems like a
Me. Courage.
healthy-minded individual. All right. 130 is partway to 2026. It's half of 260. That doesn't make any sense to me, though. It does sound fairly Heroes-esque to do that, but I don't understand how they get there. I feel like sometimes there's this weird formula where it's like, okay, the meme number is 7, and then they put it through this like formula that adds numbers, subtracts numbers, divides numbers, and then it's like we'll give them 2, but it means 7, and I'm just like, y'all. splitting hairs is not going to change anything in this. How is Duo Valencia for arena tanking? Still okay, I think. She's kind of my Black Knight solution sometimes.
We make our attack. Well,
In a bit of a pinch, she'll work. Mine is also not optimized, which
careful.
should probably surprise
I will hide in shadow.
pretty much no one.
Careful.
Oh, I should slap the what you call it on. I should put the Edelgard ring on Golveg. That'd be nutty. I dislike this. I dislike this Alphonse business.
Well,
A tricky situation.
All right, well,
Courage.
I will hide in shadow.
that wasn't the worst thing to
We
happen.
make our attack. Guide me.
Now let us celebrate.
Careful.
I
Nice,
will hide in shadow.
nice,
Well,
nice.
Careful.
And then we run away.
Let us begin.
W. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. My auto battle experience against New Year Balder has been challenging. But I'm also still just trying to like HM farm at the end of the day. So I'm not really throwing my best at it. Because my best is maxed out. Which I'm sure is part of the problem. Like deep down. Also, I think I have my eczema almost under control, and I'm teetering on that very fine line of like, is it gonna flare up worse than before? Or is it gonna go away again for 6 months? I'm hoping for the latter. Did I do this one? I did this one. We did this one. W. Okay. I was really trying to do an SDR team, and I just I don't have that dog in me. I really don't. It's difficult. It's difficult, and I'm unhappy about it. Let's see. What have we got? Oh, the other thing I'm doing this year, besides not really max merging anything, ultimately, I'm not buying anything other than special packs. Because it feels bad, and I'm tired of feeling bad. So I think that by not max merging stuff in general, I can live off the special packs and orbs I get in game. And I think I'd be happy about that. You have to buy the tickets. I saw that. Greedy. Greedy. Sometimes they'll do halvesies where it's you get 4 tickets from rewards and then you can buy 6 more or something crazy like that. And you get a bunch of tickets. They just straight up were nah, we're paywalling the tickets. Which is crazy. Which is crazy. We're still making millions a month. Doesn't matter. Unbelievable. Yeah, I have like a point booster starting tomorrow, so I'll probably wait to buy the tickets then and do polls at that point. But it's gonna be a very budgeted year, I think, which will be nice for me. I don't have the inkling to max merge stuff anymore. I just kind of don't, because it feels real bad if you like pump a bunch of resources into it and then you fail. Or you do max it out and then it like, you know, your easy streak kind of falls off after like 6 weeks, you know? So frustrating, but what can you do? Please give me some blue. Yes. Please be Ethune. Chloe? Did I get my girl? That's hype. Hell yeah. Let's freaking go, brother. And she plus speed. Golly. Not that I need another Chloe, but you know. It doesn't hurt. These I'll burn. I got no qualms burning these. I'm never pulling colors again. We are exclusively going green. I hate everything. We'll go blue. Blue or green? Blue or green? Hopefully green, though. Or, honestly, I wouldn't throw stones at colorless either, because that might land me a Naga. I think. Can you get regular 5 stars on special heroes? I don't know how it works. I also don't know how Omegas work. This is a joke. This is a sick joke. This is a twisted joke. Oh. Yeah, you can get regular 5 stars, I think. It's just very difficult to do that. Okay. Alright. Give me a Selkie. Cowards. Cowards, they won't. I'm honestly just trying to snipe a Lathe. Like, unironically. The lull and the solo are kind of hype. Alright. Alright. I'll take a peony too. Sure, why not? Works for me. Hey, don't you get her for free? It almost devalues the tickets a little bit, huh? Clash or catch. With a side of Asker or Fafnir. You know what? Let's go colorless, because we could also get a Naga that way. And that would be goated if we got that instead. Or we're just going to get Leers, which is also pretty chill. I love, like, the Ranulph-inspired hand puppet, too, by the way. For the record. Fun little details like that. Is this a joke? This is a sick, twisted joke. I'll have no part of it. Thank you. Good day, sir. No, thank you. 2-time. Curses. Bottom left, baby. Still no tome. Still no tome. Now I'll never liken to be. A lot of colors, though. Can't complain. Asker would be huge here. Asker would be big. Bald man. Bald guy. Oh, boy. Okay. End tickets, which is 11 free polls. Wow, that is dated. That is so dated. That's also kind of... I would be down. Because Sather was like a long-term... I think I'd be down to go for either of the duos. New Year's Sather would be huge. I'm really disappointed Winter Sather was so butt. Because I do like Sather. It's just a bummer she is so terrible. I feel like the slope of removing the free unit is eventually gonna, like, worm its way into banners in general. And you're no longer gonna have 4 stars, you're just gonna have a really bad 5-star. You know what I mean? Sakura. Boo, Kyle. Boo. Okay. We will continue to maximize odds. Because I know getting Heimdall on the new banner is going to be a friggin' nightmare. I would like to get something for New Year's. But like, I have to spark the boulder. There's no getting past that. Boo. But there's so many tickets with this. If I just pull everything blue and colorless, we might actually get to spark like under 100. Not that I want to do that, but I'm kind of just seeing how many polls are left by the end. And then we'll see how the current New Year banner goes. And if it's terrible, then we won't mess with it. We got 30 days. I don't know when I'm looking at the hero tracker again. It might be tomorrow. Might be Sunday, actually. Maybe we'll do that Sunday. I know that I want to do Wuthering Waves 3.0 tomorrow. So we'll definitely do that. But we may try and figure out hero tracker on Sunday. Oh. Okay. I have all the screenshots of stuff, I think, of what was coming back. I think. Not really the duo I was after, but I always get freaked out by Robin because I forget he's a 3-star. Not Robin, Grima, sorry. They're Grima. Ooh, red? Oh, maybe I get some dragon. Some dragon skills. I hope you're prepared. It won't be long now. Oh, before Choose Your Legends? Dude. I don't even care anymore. There's nothing that exciting about Choose Your Legends. I think I'm just going to throw votes at Alencia and pray. Because, like, it's going to be Fimble. Like, we all know it. Who are we trying to kid? Like, actually. I think more interesting characters exist. It doesn't matter. I think Nagi would be one of the coolest Choose Your Legends options. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's either 3 houses slop or face slop. That's what it is. And I'm not using slop derogatorily, obviously. But, you know. I feel like a lot of players who got their favorites in already just don't fuck with Choose Your Legends anymore. It's just not a thing for them anymore. Which is okay, and that's fine. But, you know, once ineligible, it doesn't really matter. They just kind of move on. Slop is Webster's Zero of the Year. Is it? Oh. I don't know if I want to use the word anymore. That makes me sad. I hate how, like, the word of the year stuff has become this way to educate elderly people on youth language. Wasn't 6-7 also... Hold on. Was 6-7 something? "6-7" was dictionary.com's word of the year for 2025. Yeah. Like, brother, why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Sad. Very sad. Dude, you know what? We're 10 away. We're 10 away. We're about to be 6 away. I'm getting Grima after Grima. Robin fans in shambles right now. Low key. Do I even want to? It's not that good. No. You know what? Cullis got us here. That's fine. I'm gonna just snipe blue. Respectfully, I will just snipe blue. Was 6-7 not just someone's height? Isn't that how it started? There was a kid playing basketball or something. I say kid. I thought there was like a college athlete or something. Or someone asked him his height and he was like, yeah, 6'7". And like that's how it started. Calm, I swear, brother. Dude, we have so much pity wound up here. Okay, I have to know. I have to know how 6-7 started. How did 6-7 start? Oh, it was a Skrilla song? And basketball videos. Six Seven was a recurring lyric. LaMelo Ball was 6'7", and people did a bunch of like basketball TikToks. And he's a basketball player. There was a kid in March of 25, a young boy named Maverick Trevelyan was captured on video yelling 6'7" and performing the hand gesture in an amateur basketball game. Okay. Okay. All right. Back in my day, you had to have an ice cold bucket of water dumped on your head. Respectfully. Back in my day, you had to almost die by eating too much cinnamon at one time. Respectfully. Okay? Now, your ass can go viral just by shouting a word. All right. Sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Totally. I've never felt more old. Hey! Oh, but I'm so close to the spark is the... Well... I'd have rather been empty-handed to justify the spark, but now it's like, well... Should we try for the other duo too? Let's try. Sad. GDK, thank you for the 29 months. I appreciate you. $29 months, a long time. Some of y'all been around here a minute. You know that? Who's even on green? Ugh, I couldn't care. I couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered to care. Let's go for the Sather, shall we? In 89 years, her refine will be bitching. Trust. Trust. What does that bring me up to now, actually? Is it SE? Ooh, we hit 5. We hit 5, bro. Hey, yo. That's hype as hell. That's huge. All right. Let's freaking go, bro. All right, well. Like I said, I'll wait until I get tickets on this. I would go ahead and buy them now, but I have a 15-point multiplier tomorrow that I can activate. It'd be pretty sick. And well worth it. I can buy gift cards to like stores with my Google Play points now. It's crazy, the versatility I have at my fingertips. Oh. We can also do the prologue. I haven't done that yet. I really have been tapped out the last couple days. Legitimately.
It is time.
The Tide Pod challenge? Ooh. True. We almost died with the Tide Pod challenge also. A challenge that inspired safety mechanisms on both Tide containers as well as store shelves. I remember when I was at Walgreens, the Tide Pod challenge hit, and we had to like put up plexiglass and lock up Tides, like the boxes of Tide Pods, so that kids wouldn't come in and randomly open a pack and eat them. There was also, I want to say there was something to do with like taking the lid off of ice cream, licking it, and then putting it back. So we had to do something weird with ice cream too at the time. But I can't remember exactly what that was. But that was also some BS, let me tell you. All these like ridiculous Gen Z like social media challenges just made retail life workers like hell. Or made life for retail workers hell. Oh, the plank challenge too. Plank was inspired. Plank was relatively harmless until people started doing it in the middle of roads and stuff. That was pretty stupid. I think that's natural selection working its way out, honestly. You know, who am I to play God with nature like that? Dude, have y'all noticed something about the characters Sam Slade voices? Sam Slade, friend of the channel. She voices so many characters that have white hair. What's up with that? Is there a conspiracy? What? Typecasting. I guess so. That's honestly what I should have asked her about. I should have, during that whole, like, guess the character segment, which I almost leaked an upcoming role that she had an NDA on. Which is out now, so it's fine. I just can't trust voice casting wiki pages anymore, evidently. For breaking legal documents. But I should have just shown her white hairstyles. And been like, which of these characters is yours? That would have been a much better way to go about it. Also, shout out Sam Slade. Dermatology recommendation, CeraVe. The only reason my eczema is like mildly under control right now. I made the switch. Never looking back.
I am here.
Okay,
Ready to
huge.
go.
How? Like, respectfully, how?
To express our
Oh,
gratitude.
How and why?
Leave it to me.
Bruh.
I am here.
Bruh.
Sounds like a challenge.
Ready to go. I am here.
Right.
I don't...
Leave it to me.
Sounds like a challenge.
Now let us celebrate.
It is time.
Bro!
Well,
What am I supposed to do? Am I just supposed to
Ready
biff
go.
it? Like... Does she have Miracle or something? Like, what? Is this inheritable? Is Heavenly Soar inheritable? Can Rhea kill?
Right.
That's a good question.
of course.
No. No. No, she cannot. Okay, maybe we won't do the prologue today. Or the paralogue. Sorry, not prologue. What is a man to do in this scenario, dude? I can't beat her in Tempest Trials. I can't beat her in the paralogue. What is the man to do with this nonsense? It's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. All right. Chad, we're going to play one game of TFT. And I frequently say, oh, it's just one game of TFT. And it turns into 4. Okay? No. We're just going to do we're going to do one game of TFT. We're going to do just one game of TFT. Okay? Uno. If I knew the word for game in Spanish, I would use that. You can bring Harmonic Ike and Edelgard. Actually, low key, I have not updated this crew in like a minute, and I feel like a lot of them are capped on HM. So let's freaking switch it up, dude. Let's freaking switch it up, dude. Okay, chill. League. Chill out for a minute here. Okay. I don't... It's not going to be 11 games. As tempting as that is. It won't be. Probably won't be. I do need to grind the battle pass, though. Because I have not... Like, I'm behind on that. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And we will be doing our ranked placement next week. Okay. What am I looking for? Ike. I did get Ike, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's bring Ike. Yes. And then let's bring... Actually, just find me a sword. Just find me a really good sword that has, like, no HM. Hoomst. Oh, Alphonse. We'll bring Alphonse. Yeah? And then, honestly, we could even bring a better dancer. Like... Ninian? Question mark? Yeah. All right, you boys need like regular reposition or something. Show me reposition. Put it in your kit. Actually, no. There's better options for that. Dorothea. Oh, Winter. True. I was thinking of Desert for some reason. Because she was harmonized. And that would give additional movements. Oh, wait. Isn't Spring Plumeria busted? Doesn't she give, like, double dance or something? Or am I getting her confused with someone else? No! Goofed. I goofed hard, man. There we go. Favorite Dorothea? I think it might be Winter, honestly. It's hard for me not to pick Winter units. Because Winter Banner has become like one of my like all-time special banners. Just in general. He's got DC built in, right? Am I crazy? Does he not have built-in DC? Am I just missing it? I'm just missing it. I'm not reading it. That's okay. We'll keep Sigurd. Because he's good for stuff, you know. Do we need rings? Probably want rings. This. This. Give me that. That's gonna be nutty. Probably. Then give me the. Cool. All right. That should work. Okay, now I believe in us. Kind of. Part of the Radiant Hero effect.
I'm counting on you, Roy.
And I you. Together we'll win this.
In Smash Bros. Radiant Hero. Okay, well, I take your word for it. I have no problem trusting.
Leave it to me.
All right, we can do it. Come on, that's tight. LOL. Yeah. We know. We know. Surprised Cubone didn't do this art. Low key. Actually, wait, did he? No.
I am here.
Stupid. It's
Leave it to me.
dumb for me to say that. Okay.
Outstanding.
What's your plan?
I'm ready.
Ready to go.
Gah.
I am here.
F.
What shall I do?
Can I do that?
Leave it to me.
Show me what to do. I'm with you.
With all my being.
Hell yeah.
Outstanding.
Busted. Busted is all get out. Oh, I probably should have given him the DC seal, huh? He has like deflect or something. Deflect melee. I don't know if that was helpful actually against that, but maybe. Heimdall, dude. Heimdall's so cool. It bums me out.
I am here.
Boo!
Show me what to do.
Oh, shoot. I thought I could reach him.
What shall I do?
Oops.
What's your plan?
On our way.
Oh, Alphonse has built-in DC too? God damn.
Do this. Ready to go.
Ain't nothing these boys can't do.
With all my being. What shall I do?
Yeehaw! All right.
Turn conviction into strength.
I am here.
Do I get bodied?
Leave it to me.
I do, right? Oh.
I'm with you.
Oh, we're chilling.
Ready to go.
Outstanding.
Nah, we chilling. Oh!
I am here.
Okay, I guess we're not friends.
What's your plan?
That's insane.
Leave it to me. Ready to go.
On our way.
Show me what to do.
Let's do this.
I'm with you.
No!
Leave it to me. I am here.
What can you do?
With all my being. On our way. What shall I do?
What can you do? Hey! Relaxing is important for New Year's. We got back from Connecticut. I laid in bed all day. We got back from the optometrist. I laid in bed the entire next day. Went to Costco today at as busy as it gets hour. I will be laying in bed all day tomorrow. I do stressful thing one day, I do full recovery next. That's my plan moving forward. And you know what? I think it's going to work out for me. As well as it can. Hooray! 3-hole orb. That's very exciting. Yippee. Alright. Early mornings. Yeah, I don't think you were in here, Elroy, but I went Friday at 5. And I looked up, which never been to Costco before. That's the disclosure. I looked up how busy it was on like the little Google business lookup thing, and it said as busy as it gets. I didn't even know the meter went that high. I just thought it said high, like high traffic. I've only ever seen low, medium, high traffic. It said as busy as it gets. I've never seen that phrase on there before. Crazy. Blew my damn mind. Very unexpected. Let's go. Mute that. Okay. Yeah, I think there was a membership tier where you had like exclusive shopping hours, like in the morning. If I read and understood that correctly. go, we're in. Why is that so loud? Because that's incredible. Naturally. What do I want? I want this. No, I don't want that. I want this. YouTube. I swear. Y'all gotta stop messing with my settings like that. I'm gonna lose it. I've heard huge things about Kirkland rotisserie chickens. I don't know if I'm brave enough to try that, but I've heard good things about those also. And like the hot dog stuff being like legendary and all that. Yeah. Oh. Evidently this is the last thing I gamed and I didn't even realize it.
Is it coded? Or is it just me?
Oh, it's something. Gain 5 random 1 costs. Ooh. We're in it, y'all. Okay. Good start. We got 1.
You think you can beat me?
Huge. I have another bruiser. There's another bruiser. I'll take... Oh, I already had a bruiser. That's alright, we'll go big bruise. Okay. We got a quick strike. Ash is huge. Our items actually aren't bad either. We've got bits and bobs of what we need so far. Kind of big, honestly.
You're already dead. You just haven't caught up yet.
Ooh, that's kind of big, honestly. I will forever want to choose my carousel options. 30% loot drop. I think we go here. And I think we take this.
No worry, me, doctor.
More bruiser, huh? Alright, I'll bite.
When does the killing start?
That is huge. All right. Brother, that is not going to help you. It's a good thought, though. This item combo this early in the game is like ridiculously busted. I'm healing faster than they can DPS straight up. I think I'm down. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that. I'll mess around. Now if we can get a Twisted Fate. Huge. Actually huge. Freljord is the other... the other archetype I'd probably play. If Bilgewater wasn't a thing. You get a text message? I got a text message from Jenna. This is also a nasty combo right here. I think ultimately we win out, but like, that's gnarly. That would be perfect for us. That would be a close second. There's no shot we get. Holy cow, maybe there is. Bro, they're just gonna let me have Nautilus like that? Oh my god.
Pick a card.
You swim well. Fight to shore.
I think we wait on that one. That's nasty. That's another little nasty combo. Lord.
It ain't luck, it's destiny.
The sea is ripe for battle.
How close am I to unlocking Bard? Oh, did I miss it? I might have missed it. Damn. Alright, we may have to do it without the bard, but that's okay.
The Freljords shall unite.
Beautiful. Not great, but I'll take it.
With sword and shot, I'll take my island back.
It's not ideal for us,
I
but
will protect you.
not perfect for us, but we're gonna do this. As dumb as that seems. So that we can get Graves. And then he can be our 5th. Oh, they're doing builds too, huh? Wait, no, they're not. Are they? They just have the... Okay. Weird. Alright. Items are randomized. That might not be the worst thing in the world, honestly.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Tough luck, Malcolm.
Okay, low key. That's kind of god tier. We need the points. So... Give me
Wrong fight.
I got this.
you. Give me you. Doable.
Everyone's a hero till you shoot off a leg or two.
Simmer down, hotshot.
Getting double on that kind of sucks. Can I do that from right here? No. Bad. We can combine from the menu now, but we can't change from the menu. You know what, actually? Give me that. Make me unstoppable. I probably should have bought him. It's okay. It's not okay. I'm in trouble. Did I lose to them? No. Oh, well. Don't see any champions we're after. I think Mana's probably the best pull here. Which is alright.
Paint the dogs in their blood.
Always trouble.
Protect the faith.
Alright, now this one we're going to want to keep. I think maybe we do that. And now we just chill. Rack up our interest. Rom!
You will never have a grave.
Love, Brom.
See, it's because it's your name. Your name is like a grave. Never mind.
Am I winning? Yeah, we're currently in first. Some poor fool has 9 hit points left.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Brother,
Wear the crown till the king's dead, little girl.
this has undoubtedly been like the zaniest Bilgewater board I have seen in terms of early get. Why am I getting so many belts?
Gotta hit the trail.
Brother, all I get are belts. What the heck? That's crazy. Okay. That's big. Also big. Huge. Oh. Give me that. Bro, we have so many options right now.
You think you can beat me?
We're kind of killing it. Like, accidentally, we're kind of killing it. The other thing I don't do when I play TFT is I don't really pay attention to other people's boards. That could be kind of big, honestly. I think we go oh god, we go artifact though.
Land ho!
Oh wait, I can change this. But we should keep it. Every 3 seconds, deal 5 magic resist from enemies with 1 hex and deal 30% of the mat holder's magic resist this magic. Oh. Oh, okay. Big. All right. Ideally, we want mana. There's 1 tier on fort. Backup doesn't really matter, I guess. Maybe the Braum. The Braum could be good for us. Just to have a Braum. Okay, never mind. We will take the tier and we'll be happy with the tier, no problem. All right. MF is done. Beautiful. What else we got? Lucky Doubloon. And on takedown, we could probably give that to him. He's probably the next one we start building for. Maybe Graves, honestly. He's kind of doing... Actually, maybe I give that to him. Twisted Fate kind of clutching up here. Honestly, Twisted Fate's still kind of killing it. Maybe I give that to him instead. I've never really given Twisted Fate a lot, and maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'm part of the problem there. Maybe I do that, we go nuts. You know? Got all the things he likes. Okay.
Paint the dock.
Always trouble.
Yummy.
Huge.
They picked the wrong fight. I got this.
Gotta hit
All right.
the trail.
We're gonna wait to collect everything so that we don't
Pick a card.
accidentally goof up our stuff here. You can be there. Honestly, I gave that to the wrong person, but that's all right.
Gotta hit the trail.
Let's take that from you and let's give that to you.
It ain't luck. It's destiny.
Totally. Okay, I think that might be good. Here, maybe.
Night, night.
I've not seen as many Nautilus anymore. But maybe that's okay. Uh, 96, 28, 28, 40, 40. Okay, we're fine, kinda. Would be great to deal more damage real quick. There we go. Hell yeah. Ha. Okay. Well. I'm gonna take this. Because I think I can get the bilge water on that. Which would be kind of goated. We'll do that, I guess. That's not great. Cheesy monkey! That's unfortunate for us. Ooh, we have Ornn.
My forge is my home.
What you got for me, brother? Oh, perfect. Unironically, this is kind of what we wanted. Ornn is our honorary Bilgewater member here. It would be really good to get a cape. We just ended someone's career. That's a bummer. I'm not really sad about it, but feels kind of bad. Not bad enough for me to really feel bad about that. Oh, Lord have mercy. I honestly, like, I don't know what to do with that. Honestly, don't know what to do with that. Oh, I can. Oh, I gotta feed Tom Kench. All right, give me something good. That's not something good.
Shurima's legacy will endure. Fresh souls.
That'll work. Might be able to buy that next round. Oh, we're getting closer.
How delectable.
Can I feed you more? No. It's cool. I don't want to anyway. We get 3Bs? Nah, there's 4s. I think it might be over. It may be curtains for us. Sad. Blue buff. Jeez. Okay, well. Oh, I should have gone for that. Oh, I'm such a dummy. I'm such a digital dummy. Oh. Artifact. Oh, nice, actually. Unironically. Kind of god tier.
The dragon nears. Set sail.
No, that's it. Well, second place. What can you do? What can you do? We got close. Got some XP from it. Got some battle pass stuff. That's nice. I'll take it. Hmm. All right, chat. I think a solid 3-hour stream in the books. Not too shabby. I am gonna get offline. Did anything drop while I was in the fight of my life? I feel like it probably didn't. Oh yeah. Didn't the Tempest Trial unit used to be a bonus hero here too? Or no? I thought it was. But I might be tripping on that. Hmm. Tragedy. Oh well. Okay. So here's what's coming down the pipeline. Tomorrow, Wuthering Waves 3.0. Gonna knock out hopefully the whole story is the goal. And then Sunday I may pop on for a smidge just to try and get the Hero Tracker stuff under control. And then what else? Oh, Monday kind of kicks off our new schedule, sort of. The goal is to just be live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday afternoon. Monday, Wednesday, Friday night, Saturday afternoon is kind of the idea of the schedule. Monday, we will be starting Minecraft with Jenna. That hopefully is not too painful. And goes very well, and we don't have any like weird connection issues. We're playing on PlayStation. Mostly because she has a Mac. And it's like real weird joining worlds between Mac and PC. So I'm hoping that since we're both on PS5, it'll be fine. And then Wednesday is something that I can't remember. But it is planned out and well thought out. Trust. And then Friday will probably be some marina stuff, I think. What are we doing Wednesday? Doing some. And then Saturday we will return to Metroid Prime 4. And hopefully we can knock that out in like a couple weeks. And then there's also the Halo Lasso thing with Satachi. I haven't talked to him in like a week or two, so I'm not sure where he's at with that. But we should probably try and pick that up again. Sometime kind of soon. But that is kind of where my head is for now. But I'll let y'all know. I have a lot of games planned. And a lot of, I don't know. It's gonna, now that I know the handful of you that are left after watching me play TFT for like 40 minutes straight, I can tell you there's gonna be a lot more variety this year. Cause like, I don't know. I'm not uber inspired to make a lot of content around like free to play games, gacha games, live service games, stuff like that. So we're gonna be doing a lot more like sessional games, if that makes sense. Like not necessarily playthroughs per se, but we are gonna be playing a lot of like different games. Just pieces, parts, and stuff. Kind of like how I randomly did the egging on, you know. We just we played that for a session. We really didn't get anywhere with it because it's the hardest game of 2025. But we played it for a bit. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. We're gonna be doing more pieces and parts. But then, you know, we're still gonna be doing like I'll probably pick up HSR 4.0 story. We kind of fell off the wagon with 3.x just because it was painful to get through. There was a lot of unnecessary dialogue that happened. Half of which was like voiced. And then there's Wuthering Waves 3.x, which will also be. We're gonna do that stuff exclusively on like Saturdays though. Like playthrough stuff is gonna be Saturday stuff. Through the week, it's gonna be a little more flexible. Is the hope. But we'll still be doing like Bay Arena. I still want to try and get better at Summoner Duels. So we'll still be throwing in stuff like that here and there. But it's, I don't know, man. Sometimes I boot up certain games and I just feel like I'm clocking in, you know, and I don't really want to feel that way. So I'm gonna try to not feel that way. I'm gonna play what I want that sparks joy in some aspect, which includes both, gotcha and non-gotcha. So we're buckle up. It's going to be an interesting year for me, and for you all too, hopefully. But that's it. I'm rambling. I'm out of here. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you. I will see you probably tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, and then maybe Sunday, and hopefully Monday as well. I hope you all had a great start to your new year. I hope it only gets better from here onward, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, chat. See you later. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye. Missed you. Was gone for a week. Didn't forget about that. Bye-bye.